come and teach him wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. He's sitting there, just looking at it, like waiting, okay? So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands-off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach. And you threaten to punch them in the mouth. Or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman.
Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when I drop my next one. Listen, you guys, I took a break from making my long videos. Please check out the short videos I've been making the last 2 weeks. This week we'll definitely be grinding, catching up on stories that I have not shared my opinion on. And the first one being this situation with Terrance Howard and Diddy, as he has now went public describing his interaction that went all the way to the left with Diddy. We will also be talking about Cassie coming out as victim 1 and saying that she will definitely be in court testifying against Diddy. Listen, you guys, there's a lot going on, so make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. This is my opinion about the Terrance Howard situation before we get into Cassie. I do believe that something happened. However, I am conflicted with the timing of him coming out on his podcast, why he didn't come out before, as he is now probably one of the first celebrities that will directly come out and say that they dealt with Diddy in a way that they thought was a business deal and later came out to be really uncomfortable, so they removed themselves from the situation. I am waiting to see in the next 4 weeks before his trial starts on May 5th, will any other major celebrities come out and say that Diddy tried to do something to them. In the meanwhile, we're going to discuss this Cassie situation, as now she will come out publicly in trial. Watch, share, subscribe, and let's watch what she says in this article. Nation, so we just talked about Terrance Howard and his personal story involving Diddy and what happened with him and Diddy. And just to give you guys even more information, because again, Diddy's trial is looming. It's literally in about 4 weeks as of now. And I mean, honestly, I would not be surprised if the trial was not pushed back in light of the new charges that Diddy just got. But now Cassie is saying that she plans to testify against Diddy, and she is not doing it anonymously. Now, again, if you guys have not been following all of this mess, Cassie's lawsuit came out literally a day after Thanksgiving a few years ago. And it was so detailed, and these freak-offs and everything else that was described, that he literally settled out of court the next day, which blew everybody away and essentially ruined his reputation and basically was the start of the downfall of Diddy. Now we're going to read this. This is from TMZ.com. And again, this is TMZ.com. And this says that Cassie plans on testifying during Diddy's upcoming trial, and it won't be anonymous. TMZ has confirmed. Before I continue reading, I'm just going to say I do believe that this is a big deal for this case, especially for other victims that are still anonymous. Just for the simple fact, she brought down his empire in literally 24 hours when she filed her suit. And then everybody else started filing their suits. And then a lot of people who, might have just set things on the back burner because of their status, their money, not being able to fight the Diddy machine financially, or feeling like they would be disregarded, decided to come back out and tell people what they went through dealing with Diddy. Now, she is victim number one. And we've talked about this before. We've read through the lawsuit in full. There were other people that were anonymous. And I'm actually wondering if they will actually come out not anonymous, and just take the stand. That is still up for debate, but we're just going to continue this. Victim one is prepared to testify under her own name. During the upcoming trial, where Diddy will defend himself against charges of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking, and transportation to engage in adult activity. Cassie is a person known as Victim 1. There are 3 other alleged victims who have requested their identities remain secret during the trial. Prosecutors say using pseudonyms instead of real names will prevent harassment and other adverse consequences for the alleged victims. Now, I'm actually going to pause here on this note because I think at this point, we don't know who these people are, but there should be victim crisis things put in place for people that want to speak out. I think that might be an issue of, as of the point of this trial beginning to start. I think that the more identifiable people that show up and physically take the stand will say, this happened to me, that happened to me. I think those people need to come out and speak. It seems like a lot of people do lean toward what Cassie has said, and you guys can go into whatever reasons you want to feel like that. But it seems like she was believed and other people weren't. I believe what she wrote just for him settling the next day. That's why I believe Cassie. The other people that have come out, I'm actually wondering is because their status is not of a status where they have a lot of finances to fight him, or are they scared that they might feel even more dismissed or ostracized? Again, we're just going to keep going. I'm definitely going to be covering this trial, you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. We're going to continue. Just last month, prosecutors in the case finally handed over the names of the 3 anonymous women to Diddy's legal team, so he's aware of who is leveling accusations against him. And again, it was released last month, and I'm sure that there has protocol in place if these victims' names get leaked in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I am more than positive that Diddy's lawyers will be probably held in contempt. For sure. So, I'll be definitely watching out for that. This TMZ article continues. Cassie's identity had already become public because the indictment references a hotel of him putting paws on her in a video. Obviously the one CNN published last year, then apparently destroyed the tape of. As you know, Diddy was arrested and charged in September of 2024, months after his homes in LA and Miami were raided by federal agents. He's currently locked up in MDC, Brooklyn, a notorious federal prison awaiting his trial, which is supposed to begin on May 5th of 2025. Diddy has pleaded not guilty and has denied all allegations of wrongdoings made against him. Cassie originally sued Diddy in 2023 in November for alleged R-wording, paws on her, and traffic The two sides settled their lawsuit within a day of the following, though it seemingly opened the floodgates and led to numerous other lawsuits against the mogul. Now, again, I'm just going to go back and say Cassie's voice, by being with him for a decade and describing how she left, why she left, and what happened while she was with him, and him settling the lawsuit after her public filing in one day. And again, please go back and watch the videos that I made, will literally spell out why he did that and why other people felt brave enough to come out and say what they said. And then at the end of this, it says, we reached out to Cassie and Diddy, and so far, no word back. I don't think that TMZ will probably get much from this, just because trial is about to start and defendants and plaintiffs do not want to muddy the waters with trying to, add anything to what TMZ may want to add in anything they found, because you guys know TMZ is, very hardcore going after celebrities and celebrity news. This trial will literally be the new trial of, what we will be looking for this century. I think a lot more celebrities are involved in the situation. I am actually waiting to see what else might trickle out, and I'm wondering if that is why Terrance Howard went ahead and, put that interview out. His timing was not missed, in my opinion. So we're just definitely going to be waiting to see who else come out with a Terrance Howard type interview. What do you guys think about Cassie coming out to speak out as victim one publicly on trial, sitting up in that box? Who else do you think might come out? Share your opinions below. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, be safe and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.